Hi, it's Pam Morgan. Welcome to our craft portion of VBS 2020 Concrete and Cranes. Today is day 2. Today our lesson was about Paul and his story of Jesus' love for us regardless of our sins. We know that our sins are forgiven because of the cross, and so today we're going to be making a beaded cross keychain that you'll be able to put on your backpack when school starts back up. So for our craft, in your craft bag you had a key ring that has a strand attached, and then you've got about 20 beads. So we're going to start by taking 2 beads, and we're going to start with making the top part of our cross. We're going to put the 2 beads onto one strand, and then you're going to take that other strand and we're going to loop it through, and we're going to go from the second bead back to the first bead. Then we're going to pull this tight. And so we've got the very first 2 beads of our cross. We're going to repeat this again with 2 more beads onto one strand. This bead was our last bead on, so when we take our second strand over, we're going to go through that one first. And then we're going to pull those strings tight. And now we have the top part of our cross made. So now we're going to make one arm of our cross. So we're going to choose 4 beads, and we're going to put all 4 beads onto one string. So we have our 4 beads over here for the top of our cross, and then these 4 beads here. We've got the 2 sets of 2. So I'm going to take my string and I'm going to wrap it all the way around, and it's going to go through those first 2 beads closest to the top. We're going to put it through, we're going to pull this tight, and then we're going to twist it down so that we've got our second arm, or first arm, sorry. Now we're going to repeat that process on the second side. So 4 beads, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 beads. So again, we've got our 2 sets of 2. I'm going to take my string and I'm going to go through the beads that are closest to my top, through those 2, and I'm going to pull it tight and twist that so that my string is facing downward. So now we've got our 2 arms and the top of our cross done. So now we're going to make the bottom of our cross, and we're going to go back to doing like we did on the top part, where we are going to take 2 beads, put them onto one string, and then we're going to take our second string. We're going to go from that second bead that was on through the first one and pull it tight, and that's going to pull those 2 arms so that they are out to the side like they're supposed to be. And we're just going to repeat this same process 3 more times. 2 beads go onto one string. The second string, we go over through that second bead that was on, 2 and 1, and pull it tight. And repeat that same process. 2 beads on, 1 bead on, 2 beads on. Then we're going to take our string. This was our second bead on, so we're gonna go through that one first. Put it through. Pull them tight. You might pull them tight. We've got one more time to do this. 2 beads go onto one string. That other string goes around, goes through that last bead that was on. We're going to pull it through both beads. Make sure it's all pulled nice and tight. And then you're gonna just tie at least a double, maybe a triple knot to make sure it stays nice and secure. And then you can also get a pair of scissors and trim off any extra string that you have. And there is your beaded cross. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.